Hello, this is Shinela from Wizardbane, and, well, you might probably know this. I'm here to take a look at Divinity, the original sin, which is the newest Divinity that has brought out in the game. So let's take a look at what we've got here. First off, I've got different characters, and I'm just going to make this rather quick and easy, because I'm also going to show other things. Now, do know that this is the early access, this is a beta, so therefore not everything might be perfect yet. As you can see, there's not too many armors, you can't even change the gloves or the boots. There's several skin tones, several hair colors, but only 2 heads and 2 actual hairdos. But we'll never mind that. The rogue is, by the way, really unusual. I mean, you've got minor charm, and then you've got silence, and you've got lockpick, which actually don't really do much in combat except for the silence. So what I'm going to take is I'm going to make a wizard out of this character, and I'm just going to make this really quickly. So what I love is a lot of speed and of course intelligence, because it's a mage. Not going to push more effort into that than this. So let's just say, take a look at her talents. Fleet-footed, love it. Lightning rods, pretty bad. Silver-tongued, sure, why not, I'm a mage. So you can see, this is pretty big, the talents. You've got a lot of talents and they haven't even finished this. So you've got pet pal, for example, which allows you to talk to animals, or dress rehearsal. It takes less points to re-gear yourself during combat. Sometimes I do that when I've got a knight or something. I swap over to a bow and then swap back over to melee combat once they get close. Things like that, really. But anyway, let's take a look at what else we have here. So, considering I'm a mage, well, this is a mage, I'm going to do a lot of damage. So I'm going to take the warlord, increase my overall damage by 10%. You can increase your talents later on in the game, obviously. Willpower determines your mental defense and your concentration whilst casting spells. I'm not a big fan of it, but we have to spend everything in here. So I'm going to take it nonetheless. My other one is going to be a tank. I'm going to call him Rexes. There we go. And we're going to make him a tank. Now, what would be the best tank? I think a warrior would do. And what we're going to do is put him a lot in defense. So, let's see, what does this do? Natural armor. Yeah, that might do. Single hander, we'll remove it. And we'll have to remove the reflexes as well. And we're going to put it into armor specialist. Also, we're going to remove the constitution, put it into speed because it's rather useful. I love working around with speed, but yeah, anyway, let's just say this is it. So these are my characters. My mage is apparently the main character here, and then we've got this one. We can always swap over using F1, F2. The weird thing about this game is that for now it seems locked at 20 FPS. However, if I reach further into the game, it goes back over to 50 FPS. Or 60 sometimes, which is not too bad, but it might just be my computer, or at least I hope it is, because those aren't really the best things you can have. So I'm going to work out with my mage, no, with my warrior. So the combat is quite interesting. It's a turn-based kind of strategic combat. I do not have charge, do I? No. Okay, so I'm going to push myself into the front here and prepare myself for taking damage. So a little bit, yeah, perfect. And now I'm going to end the turn. This character is my mage, so I'm going to leave it in the background and keep the action points. So the action points you do not spend during one turn will be used on later turns. So as you see, this is a perfect tank. It's absorbing a lot. And of course this is the beginning, so everything is going to be easy. He'll be sending in some other minion. There we go. And it's my turn. So what I'm going to do is actually whirlwind here, because this will do a lot of damage. Here we go. So yeah, as shown, this is rather easy for now. I'm going to set him there. Now my mage is not doing too much at now, so I'm going to take this one down because he keeps casting more allies towards him. There we go. Ooh, he survived that. Right. Doesn't matter. Look, he's absorbing everything, so I've made a well-made tank. I think this might actually work. My the wizard, by the way, can also heal, which is really important in later combat. I'm going to kill the mage up here. He doesn't want to die. There we go. His turn ends automatically because he used all of his ability points. Now, just to kill off the rest, it takes a while, but obviously you can't have everything. Enter. And so this is a combat. It's quite fancy as well. I quite love it. Just the way how everything works around it. It's something more special. Right, here you go. So we can press Alt to highlight objects. I'm going to take the pearl. Also with the quests in here, just know that this is the beginning of the game, so everything you see in here is not too fancy. Including the FPS, which is really sad, but I hope they'll fix that once the game is actually out of the early access, because this still is... This is even alpha gameplay, this is not even beta, so what we are facing here is pure early access with not much of things. So here we see how a quest works. So first we've got exploration experience, which is quite useful, quite dandy, quite fancy, sorry. So we'll talk to Ishmael, and I'm just going to run through this really quickly because I've already done this. But as you can see, you've always got multiple options and you can always choose your quests. So the thing in here is, what I can choose is, like, look, we should decide what we do to him. Like, we can say we can steal the pearl, or we can throw him into the sea and make him happy. And of course there's the promise of treasure. I'm going to do that because I know the pearl is not too valuable after all. Let's send him home then. Liberator, kind benefactor. Right, let's see what we get here. So I'm going to get a chest anytime soon. If I went to do it otherwise, I would get a pearl which I could sell. Okay, let's see what we got in here. We've got a quarterstaff, which is good for the mage. This is good for the tank, and this is good for the tank as well, actually. It's curious. I'm going to drop this toward... Wait, hang on. Speed and perception and pure perception. I'm actually going to give this to the mage, because damage doesn't really matter to a mage, does it? Well, melee damage at least. So here we go. So I've got more speed, we've got more perception. I'm going to close this one down. I'm going to take this character, obviously. He is a tank, he should go in front. So let's see what else we can do here. It's quite fancy as well. I mean, you can actually interfere with everything going around. And I have been playing this game for quite a while now. As you can see, the map is quite big as well. I mean, this is not even a map. There's different worlds as well, which show up on a different map. As you can see, I can actually go up and down all the way, and it just doesn't end. Like, here's the bottom, so there's still a continent here, I presume. I've never actually been there, but I presume. And there's a continent here as well. And I think it went something around this. It's quite big, I do add. Very big indeed. So let's take a look at what else we've got. So the fancy thing about this game generally is, like, you've always got these choices. For example, I can choose to fight these enemies. I can also choose not to, right? So we can actually even trade with people, but these are nothing of use. So let's just skip these. I'll take my leave. Yeah, hang on, you wizard, you say? I don't take an escort. Let's just fight. There we go. Let's take a fight. To the murderous hells with you. So I'm going to kill Bibius first, because he's Ranger. Oh, I actually hit both of them. That's not too bad. I'm going to move over to that, and I'm going to end my turn. This character is going to stand here, do some damage. There we go. Ooh, he actually absorbed some. Here, have another hit. He's moving back, and he hit me in the face, but not too much actually. It's ooh, but he's taking some damage. I'm actually going to heal him up. Here we go. And that ends your turn. I'm going to keep this one under control. There we go. And I'm going to hit him in the face again. Ah, bloody hell, I can't reach him. I'll just move over here and end my turn. So he's absolutely failing on doing damage to me now. I've healed him up quite well, and as you can see, it turns up for several turns here. To see how much HP they've got, you've got to see it in this thing, but I can't do it now in combat, however. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, how much does this cost? Yeah, I'm actually going to move this one away, because he's actually very close again. Target is blocked. Where shall we move him? 10 meters. Here we go. Right, so I'm going to drop him over there. I'm going to move myself to safety area. He is meanwhile going to hit him. Oh, he's going to miss actually. There we go. And end the turn. So it's going to hit him back. And yeah, this is how it works. Of course, later on you get even more characters that work around you. And of course, better gear, more skills. You can buy skills inside the city. And I must say, I love this game a lot. It works well, it's well made. It's really in depth as well. Oh dear. Ooh, cheese. Right. I'm just going to move him into the melee here. I'm going to finish this battle, and then I'm going to have to leave you, I'm afraid. But yeah, as I said, really in depth, really lovely. I like the way the battle works. It's different to usual battles. And it's really fun to work around with it as well. I mean, just to explore the massive world that we've got. It's incredible. Now, as you can see, the battle here is rather simple and easy. But that will work around. Oh, by the way, I nearly forgot to say that. So, here for an example, you've got these exclamation marks above your head. This means I can interact with one of my characters. So if you're playing this with multiple players, a friend of yours, you have to connect through Steam, unfortunately. But if you play this with a friend of yours, you can actually talk to them, and they will have to respond in their own way. So they are one of the two characters, and you are the other one. Right, we shouldn't have done that. I think you're right. Blah blah. Here we get compassionate, and as you can see, it gives us a special thing. So yeah, compassionate has not been made yet. However, Heartless, for example, increases the overall damage, and I think this is sometime going to decrease the overall damage taken. On the unfortunate part though, which is not only the tutorial but everywhere else, if you are talking to someone in dialogue, your FPS automatically drops to 15 to 25, which is a little bit annoying, but then again, all you're doing is just zooming in and watching out what your character does, so it's not too big a deal. And I think that's pretty much all I'm going to talk about this for now, because this is quite a lengthy video already. So I will see you next time, and well, I hope you try this game as well, because I really want this game to become more popular than it already is, and it's incredibly fun to play. So this was Shinela from Wizardbane, and I'll see you next time.